All right, so once you get set up by an admin, you'll need to get a laptop, which will be from the hardware store. You open the laptop, you get business. This is the overview. This is all the basic information. It'll show you day by day by day by day how much profit you get, customer's favorite item, ratings, all that stuff. Employees, you'll be able to hire on employees, change their permissions and ranks and all that stuff. Bank, this is where you'll be able to put out and withdraw funds. See, I put in $10 and I bought $3 worth of ingredients. Deliveries, this is for locals. More on this later. Billing, you'll be able to send a bill. Customer name, customer phone, invoice title, products, how many products, and it'll automatically do the price. You add items, you send it to their ID. Products, more on this later. Supplies, more on this later as well. Application, this is where you'll be able to put in like all your questions for your application and put an application somewhere in your restaurant. Poster, more on this later. Settings, this is for your logging. So when someone puts in an application, you can make it to where it sends to your Discord. I will show you how to do this at the end of the video. So, products. New product. I'm going to do a water bottle. Okay, boom. Water. This is what will go on the description. This is the name. There's going to be no quotation marks. Don't put any punctuation in this whatsoever. Okay, so I grabbed a water image off the internet. First things first is you want to resize that image. Make sure it's 100 by 100. The easiest thing I found was to open it in Paint 3D, go up to Canvas, go here, and go to 100 by 100. Make sure lock aspect ratio is on, and it should do that. Once you do that, you save, and you close. Now your image is resized, and now it's ready to be removed background. Once the background is moved, you can download your image, 100 by 100. Now, you go here, you take your image, and make sure it's a PNG. If it's not a PNG, make sure you use one of these converter things that goes from JPEG to PNG or web files to PNG. Make sure it is a PNG. You go here, you plop that down here, you upload, and you go here. This is important. You want BB code full linked, right? But you don't want to copy this whole code. You only want to copy from here to PNG. But you have to stay holding your mouse button, and then you hit Control C, because as soon as you let go of your mouse button, it'll do that, and it'll copy the whole. You have to keep holding down your mouse button when you copy. So you do this, boom, right, and you copy it. Now, we are done with the images. We have to do this with every image. All right, now that we got all of this filled out, we confirm. Bing, it shows the image there, shows the name of the item, shows the description, shows the ingredients, shows the price, shows the drink, what type it is, and drink. Great. So, now we got our water bottle. Let's get the supplies to make it. So it's brown sugar, cocoa powder, and coconut extract. So, brown sugar, coconut flour. Oh, did I say cocoa powder? It's cocoa powder and coconut extract. Add to cart. Confirm. Come pick up your supplies. Check your GPS for our location. So now, you want to check GPS. Perfect. So now we come on over to our supplies. Pick up supplies, and it'll be right here. And now we're able to pick up our supplies. Alright, so now that we made our item, we got everything squared away, it's now time to make it here. Mount to craft one, bing, bam, boom. Craft it. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. I now got my water bottle peckerwood drink. And then let's do the next part. So, now that I'm able to make items, we're going to go to the deliveries. So, receiving orders, you turn that on, and then you'll start receiving orders. While that is getting all good, let's talk about the poster. So, it's the same thing. You don't want to use an Imgur or Discord link. You want to go through the same process. So let's start. So you open with Paint 3D. It wants it to be 1024 1530. 1024. Ooh gosh. 1024. And it was 1530. 1530. Bam. So you want to make sure your menus, once you make them, are in that so it doesn't look a little messed up. Mine's going to because I just picked a random picture off the internet. So now that you got that, you want to pull this down. Remember, make sure it's a PNG. You can use, there's so many of these converters online. I'll link a few down below. But you want to go to, you don't need to remove background unless you want to remove background. But so you pull it into here. You do the same exact thing. You upload it. You go this. You go, oops. You go here. PNG, copy, then let go. Now you can take away that. And you can post your link here. Save changes. Bam. So now we got one delivery, 7 products. So you can order details, 7 water bottles. You can set waypoint. It'll set waypoint on your map. You can claim order, and you can mark as delivered. So we're going to claim order. It's claimed by me. And as we're walking out, we'll do the poster. And now people can look at your poster, and you can put that anywhere. You can put it right here, so when people are ordering, you can put that anywhere. All right. Now that we're going to deliver. Yeah, right. All right. So, now that we're here at the delivery part, we're going to go delivery. Boom. Customers rejecting the delivery. Make sure you deliver the correct. So, you're going to want to do all water bottles. I'm not going to sit there and make them all. And then once you do that, you open here. And then you go to deliveries. And your mark is delivered. It's not going to, of course, let me mark it as delivered. But you know how to do that. Just make sure you have the right items. Now, so last things last. You go to cashier. You can add to cart, and you can go down and scroll through all your products. Then you can complete order. Once they complete order, it'll show up on their side, and they can remove or change, and you can do bank or whatever, and then you can complete order. To-go boxes thing that you're able to make to-go boxes. That's, again, simple. It's just making a product and selecting boxes and making the picture to-go box. It's that simple. Everything else is straightforward. The last thing I want to show you is how to do webhooks. All right. You go in and you click on settings to a channel. Then you go to integrations, create webhook, copy webhook URL. Then once you got that webhook, you open it back up. You open business. You go to settings and you post it on any one of these, and then you hit save and it'll start sending you logs. And that is the business tutorial. If you have any questions, of course, open a ticket. And thank you for playing in Rise.